Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley. That's David Van Camp. There's Scott Robbins. Trump says things for effect. He always has. And after all this time, people still freak out, it seems.
Yeah, it's funny. He knows it, too. That's why he does it.
This is about the cartels and the drugs in Mexico, David. I don't know if you've heard the clip.
Oh, yeah.
He's asked, would you strike inside Mexico? You know?
Launch strikes in Mexico to stop drugs? It's okay with me. I've been speaking to Mexico. They know how I stand. We know the addresses of every drug lord. We know their address. We know their front door.
Oh, buddy.
That's mobster talk there, man.
Listen, I mean, our military tracked down Osama bin Laden hiding out in Pakistan, okay? We can find you. That
So I know there's more freak out because another drug boat went boom. That make you just laugh?
Well, it just now I have that song in my head. Instead of long stick goes boom, it's tonight drug boat goes boom.
Boom. The Crocus Classic.
You'd think they'd try alternate methods here of some kind.
Right.
You know, gliders? I don't know what. I seriously.
Yeah, every boat that goes out, I mean, it's got to be a white-knuckle ride.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, you're in the Jaws boat, that's nothing. You're going out on the drug boat, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about POD. Boom! Here goes the boom.
Oh, yeah, there goes the boom.
Yeah, boom songs on the Friday Five.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, so you got that going on, and then there's more questions about Venezuela, and we can get into that a little bit later. As far as Hakeem Jeffries goes, this guy is not going to be in a leadership position all that much longer.
I can't imagine how he would be. I mean, I guess because he's got some fundraising connections that'll help, but he's not cut out for the job.
No.
You know, Nancy Pelosi in her addled state is going, why did I have to pick him to be my successor?
Because you wanted DEI.
Yeah, pretty
much. You
much.
were the queen of it.
Well, there's a lot of talk, of course, about the Epstein files being released and the House voting on that. Virgin Islands Democrat Stacey Plaskett was actively texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing a few years ago. That came out as part of the email dump that has been rolling on for the last few days. And she was getting advice on what to ask then Trump fixer Michael Cohen. I believe the hearing was in 2019, so well after everybody knew what Jeffrey Epstein was up to, and Jeffrey Epstein actually bankrolled a good portion of her campaign to be a delegate in the House of Representatives.
Yes.
So the top Democrat in the House, Hakeem Jeffries, was asked to address that.
Okay, Hakeem.
Why should Americans trust you and House Democrats on the Jeffrey Epstein files when one of your own, Congresswoman Plaskett, was found to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing, getting information from him, using that in her questioning during a congressional hearing, and at one point he tells her, good job.
This is a bipartisan effort to make sure that, consistent with what the survivors have requested, that there's full and complete transparency, and every single predator who may be in those Justice Department files doesn't escape accountability.
He's just programmed.
Yeah, he had the pre-programmed response there, and that was it. Not going to talk about the Democrat while everybody's obsessed over Jeffrey Epstein talking smack about Trump. Like, you know that he was actually pretty cozy with a lot of high-profile Democrats, Stacey Plaskett being one of them, but then also Obama's old White House lawyer, Larry Summers, former economist in the Obama White House, also former president of Harvard. I mean, there's a lot of things that could come back on the Democrats with all of this.
It's like that pull string doll with that guy. There's only 10 responses that are in there to any question asked, and it's incredible.
Are you thinking now, at least at this stage of the game, we don't know exactly what's going to come out, but Did Trump just lure them in with the Epstein thing month after month after month because this is going to break bad far more on Democrats than anybody else?
I have no idea. I know that his behavior has been pretty bewildering to me.
Me too. It's like it doesn't make sense. But now that you're hearing the different names, and it is kind of crazy to think, okay, someone like Katie Couric dined with Jeffrey Epstein after he got out of the 13-month sentence. And what was that, 2011?
Yeah.
Everybody knew who he was then.
She says she didn't.
Okay. You're in the news business.
Yeah.
You didn't know? And I know it was in her memoir. But what was it? Other guests? This was to honor Prince Andrew, this intimate gathering of all these elites, who was visiting ahead of his nephew Prince William's wedding to Kate. Other guests at the dinner with Epstein included little George Stephanopoulos.
Really?
Chelsea Handler, Woody Allen, Charlie Rose.
Woody Allen and Charlie Rose?
There's a lot
both?
a lot of grab ass happening at that.
Isn't there?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Think about Woody Allen's past and then Charlie Rose.
Yeah.
What was that? The bearded paw or something?
Crusty Claw.
It was the crusty paw. Yeah.
The crusty paw.
Yeah. Where he would bring producers over to his apartment and then he'd like get out of the shower completely naked and then just like let them keep working. And then he would rub their shoulders in an uncomfortable way. They had a nickname for it in the office called the crusty paw.
That was it. Yes. Okay. I remember that he would come out of the shower naked in his place. Was he using the crusty paw while he was still naked, or would he finally put a robe on at that point?
That I do not recall.
Okay. Either way, I mean, and these were young girls.
Yes.
Or young women, I should
they're
say. Not
women.
girls,
Yeah,
women, yes. But in their 20s.
Yeah.
And old man Rivers coming out of the shower, he must have been extremely confident. You're not exactly in your prime at that time with Charlie Rose. But anyway, all sorts of weirdness. And I know some people think, well, Trump has been trying to protect some really powerful people and Republican donors. We don't know. But it seems to me from everything we are looking at right now, this is going to break far worse for Democrats. But we'll see. And maybe all the crazy stuff's already been out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, dude, all right, I'll switch gears with the topic. But it's on the same sort of thing as far as trust in the FBI and the DOJ. And I'm not saying that you can't trust Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi. But there's some head scratchers, at the very least. This whole Thomas Crooks thing, why did we not know about this until Tucker Carlson does a documentary that's released on Friday, and then things are leaked to Miranda Devine at the New York Post, and that came out yesterday. This guy that attempted to blow Trump's head off and nearly did it.
Yeah.
And we knew nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we were talking at the time, what do you mean there's no real digital footprint, anything else? And you look back at it now, at the statements that were being made, and what Christopher Wray, it was like a week after. Yeah, no real ideology that we've really found. And then the FBI deputy director, and this would have been on July 30th of 2024, about what they had found.
There were over 700 comments posted from this account. Some of these comments, if ultimately attributable to the shooter, appear to reflect anti-Semitic and anti-immigration themes, to espouse political violence, and are described as extreme in nature.
Okay. A lot of omission there.
Oh, a ton.
Looking back on it. That is completely misleading people on purpose.
Yeah.
We all know how this works. So Miranda Devine, who broke part of that story yesterday, was on Fox last night and was asked, why didn't the FBI deputy director give the whole story at that time?
Look, I think that's a very good question, and it's one that I ask, and I think that all of America is asking. Certainly, Donald Trump is not satisfied with the answers that he's been getting, I understand, and those close to him. And Senator Ron Johnson has had to subpoena Donald Trump's FBI to get more information about the assassination attempt. So now we find out from a source that there is actually voluminous material that gives us an inkling about the trajectory that Thomas Crooks took to become a 20-year-old assassin. And
all right, let's pause there for a second. Mm-hmm. But again, we didn't get this information right now from Cash, Bongino, Pambondi.
No.
It was reporting.
Yes.
Why?
Man, that's what's so frustrating about it. And it even does go back. I'm not saying that these two things are directly related, but it goes back to their handling of the whole Epstein stuff. Oh, you're going to be shocked.
That's why, to me, it is related. Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be shocked by what you find out in these Epstein files. What? Who's Jeffrey Epstein? What?
Still talking about that guy? Doesn't make sense.
And then it's the same thing here. We're going to have accountability. I saw Kash Patel on Fox the other day saying, oh, yeah, we're going to have some more information on the pipe bomber. Quit promising, just deliver.
Exactly.
Dang, man.
All right, she goes on. Get to the rest of the clip.
And it's not what the FBI had told us. You played Paul Abate, the then Deputy Director of the FBI, telling Congress just 2 weeks after the Butler assassination attempt, just one half of the story. He lied by omission because he left out the part of the story where Thomas Crooks flipped in January 2020. He went from being rabidly pro-Trump to being rabidly anti-Trump. And I'm not sure why Paul Abate wanted to mislead by omission.
Yeah, that deputy director. Because of the narrative, I'm sure.
Well, it seems like it was also an election year.
Yeah.
And if you highlight, hey, this guy was radicalized by something online and hated Donald Trump, then, hey, oh my gosh, we can't have that out there because it might make it more likely that Trump wins.
Exactly.
That's what it looks like to me.
With all the furry stuff, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can get into that a little bit more later because that's freaking bizarro world. It really is.
No, yes, I agree with you.
That's a total head scratcher for you. We got to have proper time to flesh that out.
Well, the furry, yes, I don't.
I know.
I can comprehend a lot of weird stuff, but man, that one I cannot wrap my head around. No.
Yeah. Speaking of Trump, he was speaking at McDonald's.
Yeah, he was talking to the leadership team at McDonald's yesterday, having a good time. These are some of his favorite people on planet Earth, I'll tell you that.
No kidding, man. It's pretty cool.
The one and only McDonald's. I've gone there a couple of times. And I'm honored to stand before you as the very first former McDonald's fry cook ever to become president of the United States. And I actually was there for about 30 minutes, and that was 30 minutes longer than Kamala was there. Right? But despite her job at McDonald's, that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, he's not going to let people forget certain things, and that's one of them. And he said his voice was raspy because he had to yell at some people about trade agreements. We'll get to that a little bit later. It's pretty funny. And, of course, the 5 stories we're watching today coming right up. There's nothing like seeing that Omaha Steaks cooler showing up on the porch. It's the perfect gift this holiday season. And now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code MARKLEY, MARKLEY, at checkout.
I love all their steaks, especially the filet mignon. It works great on the grill, but I like it best doing the reverse sear thing, warm it up in the oven, then toss it on the cast iron and let it rip. And it's so easy to order, plus orders placed by 6 p.m. Eastern ship the same day.
They also carry mouth-watering burgers, chicken, pork, seafood, and delectable desserts. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And an extra $35 off using promo code MARKLEY at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, code Markley.
You deserve a chair that works as hard as you do. X-Chair. X-Chair ergonomic seating is built to move with you. DVL technology adapts to support your lumbar. SiFloat Infinite Recline lets you lean back and relax. X-Chair gives you all-day comfort and productivity. Save up to 50% during the X-Chair holiday sale. But hurry, inventory is limited. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. You know what it's time for? Oh, yeah. The 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, indeed. A sign of lowering gas prices. For number 5, nearly 82 million Americans are expected to travel for Thanksgiving this year, setting a new overall record, according to AAA. Number 4, President Trump says he's not ruling anything out when it comes to striking cartels inside of Mexico or using the military in Venezuela.
I would bomb the shit out
Well,
of them.
yeah. Number 3, Democrats are overwhelmingly supporting Representative Chuy Garcia. He's a Chicago Democrat who rigged an election by retiring at the filing deadline, meaning only his chief of staff will be running in the primary.
Unbelievable.
And
unbelievable.
So actually,
why is that unbelievable?
It just is so blatant.
Yeah.
I mean, usually there's more trickery involved.
Not anymore. They just don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
they cheat and whatever means possible.
You actually got to scratch your head sometimes. This one I'm going, well, of course.
Yes, protecting democracy by rigging elections.
Rigging elections.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And there was actually a Washington State Democrat who tried to get like a censure, not a censure, but like condemning him, get that vote. All but 2 Democrats voted against it. And they're attacking her a lot right now, saying this is disgusting. Chuy Garcia has served honorably in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Nobody runs against him, and everybody thinks he's a shoo-in, and then all of a sudden, I'm done. Oh,
Yep.
Guess what?
Yeah. Number 2, Larry Summers, a former Obama and Clinton administration economist, also used to be the president of Harvard, says he will be stepping back from public commitments following publication of his correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein. He was asking Epstein for relationship advice.
These people are so stupid.
And Jeffrey Epstein's like, hey, man, play it cool, play hard to get, hey, but she's going to want something in return, okay? Not bad advice that Jeff was given, but man. And then number 1 on the Epstein files, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene came out fiery today talking about the Epstein files, saying, watching this actually turn into a fight, it's ripped MAGA apart, and the American people won't tolerate any other bull bleep.
There are people that are so done with the story.
Yeah.
And other people are like, wait a second, we were supposed to be about transparency. Where is it?
Yeah.
Did you see the ad that ran last night during Monday Night Football?
No.
There was like, release the Epstein files.
Yeah.
This whole, like, they say nonprofit, I believe, talking about, this has to be done. Look at all these victims.
Right.
And they deserve their due, sort of thing.
I did see that. Yeah, very somber.
Well, it is interesting that this didn't happen during the Biden years.
No. Well,
but again, there's nothing, as far as I can tell me if I'm wrong, that links Trump into this. Other than he and Jeffrey Epstein were friends, but then there was a big falling out.
Yeah.
And you could tell by the end, from what's been released, Epstein could not stand Trump.
No.
I mean, it was because he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago or whatever that story was.
And he was actively trying to help take Trump down.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, well, if there was really some sort of dirt that Jeffrey Epstein had on him, he would have put it out there. Epstein would have.
Of course. I believe that to be true. So we'll see what happens. One thing that's scaring parents this holiday season, AI toys.
Oh, gosh.
Oof.
Because who knows what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Or do.
Holy smokes. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Yeah, we'll have to get into that story a little bit later. Biggest story today, if there's one, David.
I guess is the House of Representatives talking about releasing the Epstein files or part of the Epstein files, this so-called discharge petition they're going to vote on. And you got Marjorie Taylor Greene and also then Thomas Massey, another Republican. Mm-hmm. Massey never cared about the Epstein stuff until this year.
Yeah, what's the play with Massey?
So I don't know if he's also going to be running for Senate or something like that. I have no idea. It's just frustrating to see all this.
It is. Hopefully, everything will be released and then just put that, behind everybody. But we'll see. See what happens. A couple of news updates to get to. The North Carolina governor, what's up there? And what's your story? Coming right up. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial, the Sexy Boomer. That's Scott Robbins. So, man, Charlotte. A lot going on there right now. Was it 21,000 kids stayed home from school after the raids?
Yeah, that's the figure. I think I heard that today.
Yeah. Operation Charlotte's Web going on right now. That's actually what they called it, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't think 21,000 kids are here illegally.
No.
Some are. Not all.
Well.
But the whole sad part of the story is, kids are afraid.
Yeah. Well, that's what we learned. That's what I learned this morning. Watching the local news. Can't go outside and play. Can't do what they normally do. They're afraid to go to school. They're afraid to walk down the street. They're afraid to do anything.
Well, and if they watch legacy media, they think that, we're U.S. citizens, but because of the color of our skin, they're going to deport us.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which is not happening. But they just keep talking about those sorts of things. Did they mention on that news how the vehicle rammed the federal agents?
Nope. Hearing this for the first time.
They don't cover that part at all. Okay.
No, they might show some footage of it and then saying, or footage of some clashes and say, reaching a boiling point. like it wasn't left-wing foot soldiers out there in the streets.
Right. Like federal agents go and start fights with everybody.
Yes, everybody. That's all that happens.
Now, reaching a boiling point is in a thesaurus to describe the action too, David. Well played. Yes.
Did they show them, the protesters, they say, it's the far left agitators, handing out whistles because it annoys?
I did see that, yes.
That was on actually the local news?
Yes. I did see that, yeah. Like someone had whistles to warn of the oncoming ICE agents.
I don't think, at least from the clip I saw, that's not why they bring the whistles out.
To let people know.
Yep, whistles. Whistles. They hate them. Yeah, blow on that loud can, dude. They hate it.
They just constantly blow the whistles at the agents because they hate it. And then they swear at them. Get the bleep out. You're not welcome here. Blah, 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 blah. Usually on the Today Show or Good Morning America, they don't show that crap.
No.
But they'll
I was told it was to warn.
Yeah, that's what the initial purpose of the whistles was to just sort of, it was like an early warning system. So, I mean, God forbid if there's a soccer game going on nearby, people are breaking out in flop sweat.
Well, you also have another new app to help people in Charlotte. You probably heard about that.
I did, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a new way to help make it easier for people to get to work and to school safely. It's called Ojo Obrero, a website where we've been logging confirmed sightings of federal immigration agents. Know what times of day, what parts of town, or even what vehicles might put them more at risk.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then you have the governor, Josh Stein. See if this sounds familiar. ICE is not making us safer. Really?
We've seen masked, heavily armed agents going after landscapers simply decorating a Christmas tree in someone's front yard and entering churches and stores to grab people. This is not making us safer. It's stoking fear and dividing our community.
Have you ever known, like, gang members, sex offenders? What is it? They never decorate a Christmas tree?
Right.
That's just something they would never do?
No.
If you decorate a Christmas tree, it means you've never broken the law. Is that what he's saying?
Yes, apparently so.
Or in church.
Well,
right.
Yeah.
I just kind of, you take a step back, and it is just shocking to really think of it in these terms. But imagine any other place in the world where you can just go in, live illegally. You're not a legal resident of that country. And there will be a political party that says you should do that, and you shouldn't be worried about ever, getting scooped up by immigration enforcement officials.
And we should give you endless amounts of resources. Yes. Cash, food, whatever. It's bonkers.
I might also suggest if you're going to do this, buy American-made whistles, please. Thank you.
I think, really, we need to open up a congressional investigation into Big Whistle.
Whistle, yeah.
Well, I like what the Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said about the whole thing about Charlotte, because this isn't going to get any play on Good Morning America.
Charlotte's a beautiful city, but in this case, its leadership has absolutely failed it. We know that there is more than 1,400 criminal illegal aliens who are in their jails, and they refuse to turn over those individuals to ICE law enforcement.
Holman has said this how many times? Just cooperate. We won't have to go into these cities, but if it's a sanctuary city and you're going to protect these people, we're coming in. And then these other people that are caught up in it are going. And that's not what you want, but there you go.
Which really, that means a revolving door of justice, and these criminal illegal aliens will go back onto Charlotte's streets to re-perpetuate their crimes. We're talking about serial child pedophiles, murderers, rapists, gang members, people who pose real public security threats to the American people. And so, of course, we are surging resources there, and we won't stop until Charlotte is safer.
Sorry, Governor, you get those people off the street, your cities are safer. There's no dispute in that. And I know the person wasn't here illegally, but the old revolving door of just going right back out on the street. Remember the young lady from the Ukraine?
Yeah.
Was slaughtered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you hear Democrats in North Carolina saying, "Oh, this doesn't make it safer," take a seat.
Yeah. 100%. Okay, moving on to the things. A Democrat rigged an election.
Yeah.
And other Democrats are saying, yes.
Yes.
Good going. Where's the trophy for him?
Yeah, Democrat Representative Chuy Garcia out of Chicago rigged an election. He announced his retirement on the day of the filing deadline to make sure the only person on the primary ballot was his chief of staff. So now running unopposed. Now, Washington State Democrat Marie Perez wanted to pass a resolution to condemn Garcia for this, and she got shouted down by all but one other Democrat. Listen to this unhinged rant from Representative Jan Schakowsky, as she's freaking out. How dare you call out this lack of democracy?
He has been there every day of the year.
So?
Helping people every day of the most recent years.
So?
Helping people because we know that people have been in Chicago trying to take away people's lives, taking them out of the country.
Time out a second. Is it annoying if I just comment over this?
Go ahead.
No, fine by me.
All right. So I don't want to. This is ridiculous. What does that have to do with rigging an election?
Nothing.
People who are fine, wonderful people in the city of Chicago.
Are you saying fine people on both sides?
Fine people on both sides, yes, who are being deported.
Okay, got it.
I say shame on you
Oh, no.
for deciding that this is the issue that you,
Yeah, rigging an
who
election.
have no idea
You're supposed to fight for
about
democracy.
the role that Chewy Garcia has played in the city of Chicago and continues to play
Didn't say
in
anything
the
about
city
that.
of Chicago.
Chewy cheated.
This should be diminished
The gentlewoman's
right now.
time is.
Yeah.
That's the headline, man. Chewy cheated. Nice. Well played.
Thank you. So ridiculous. All right, it's that time. Do it a couple of times a day. We go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story today?
Okay, I have to admit, this is personal stereo. I know this isn't really huge news or anything. I just find it incredibly funny.
That's why we do this bit.
So, Olivia Nutsey, she is a political reporter who's also insane.
Her name says it.
Yes. She shacked up with Keith Olbermann when she was in her 20s. He paid for her college and bought her luxury items, if you remember that. Then she was with another reporter named Ryan Lizza. I think Lizza actually left his family for this lady. Their engagement fell apart after it came out that she'd had some sort of sexting relationship with RFK Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? She interviewed him.
Yeah.
She had been following him, and he's like, we only met in person once. And she just kept blowing up my phone. I mean, I can't blame her. Poor creature. She was helpless around me. Now, she's written
He
a
never
book.
sent her anything, right?
I don't think so. No, I think he may have.
So it's a one-way sexting relationship.
That's what it kind of looks like, yeah.
Okay, just to make sure. All right.
Now, she's written a book about it that just came out this week. Lizza, though, the ex, has now written a story about another case of infidelity. It's about the time he found out that she was cheating on him again. She'd just gotten back from a work trip. She threw her bag on the floor and found some stationery spilled out. And he goes, as I tidied up the desk, something on the stationery caught my eye. I started to read. This is what she said to this person. If I swallowed every drop of water from the tower above your house, I would still thirst for you.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Right,
All
I'm
right.
going to write that down. I'm going to use that. Okay.
And then, unfortunately, Ryan Lizza writes, the lack of a water tower on our Georgetown home's roof ruled me out as the note's intended recipient. My heart stopped when I realized who he was. He was a famous politician, 32 years older than Olivia, and well known for a sex scandal. But more importantly, he was a presidential candidate, a source, and the subject of Olivia's recent profile for New York. She later explained to me that she had become infatuated with him after their interview. She couldn't get him out of her head, and that she has her obsession intensified. And she sent him increasingly risque pictures and texts, secretly followed him on the campaign trail, and then they, consummated the relationship. He says, "Oh, I called my agent. We have a big problem. Olivia is sleeping with Mark Sanford, former governor of South Carolina and congressman and presidential candidate at the time in 2020.
Wow. Dude.
Gosh, dang.
Okay, I wanted to remember what she looked like, so I am putting this in front of Scott so he can see.
Oh.
You're saying attractive.
I think I saw her backstage at a Loverboy show once. Yeah.
Okay, the outfit is this tiger print top.
And
then red, long, would you call that a longer skirt that's got the big slit up the
I
leg?
thought it was pants for a second. Okay.
Oh, those aren't pants, dude.
Oh, no, that is a skirt. Yeah, okay. Now I see it.
Okay. If you see someone wearing that, that's high maintenance. That's a nightmare waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Holy
I think probably not hot enough, but she tends to go after guys who are 30 to 40 years older than her. So guys, check your inbox. Jamie and Scott, she may have hit y'all up. I'm just saying.
No thanks.
Here's the thing, man.
Nope.
She doesn't really like you, okay? She likes your money. She likes your stature, but she doesn't really like you, you dope. You guys fall for this all the time. Hey, I'm in love with her.
Well, some guys already know and don't care.
Yeah.
It's like a mutual using sort of thing. Just depends on who the guy is.
Well, I suppose, but so many of these dorks fall for
That's
it.
why I'm guessing RFK Jr. is like, no, I don't need this nightmare. No thanks.
His wife's hotter than that.
I would agree. She's
Much
more attractive.
hotter, yes.
All right, Scotty, what do you got for What's Your Story?
Hyatt Hotels billionaire Thomas Pritzker, cousin of Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, is among the names of more than 100 people connected to Jeffrey Epstein. These documents have now been made public following a federal judge, the ruling that took place a few months ago. In the deposition, Virginia Giuffre accused Thomas Pritzker, the Chicago businessman and Hyatt Hotels executive, of sexual allegations, naming him as one of the several men who was trafficked to have sex with. Now, going to recap this a little bit, the Pritzker family, who provide massive amounts of resources for Democrats and progressives and now hold the governor's office in the great state of Illinois, kept close contact with known and notorious sex trafficker for years after his conviction in Florida. Democrat fundraisers tried to woo Epstein to support their candidates, including the current House Democrat caucus leader, who has been lecturing everyone on the moral strain of Epstein. That's just one name, another name that trickles out now.
Wow. All right, I'll make this quick for time's sake. For my story, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. This nonprofit called Public Interest Research Group released its annual Trouble in Toyland report. Usually it's like a toy that's a choking hazard, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, they tested a bunch of toys that use AI to have full-on conversations with kids, and some were not exactly PG. The quote was, "We found some of these toys will talk in depth about sexually explicit topics and will offer advice on where a child can find matches or knives." Wow. So what AI is saying, yeah, if mommy and daddy don't give you whatever, I'll tell you where the knife is.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, there's a horror story for you.
Boy, oh, boy. You put Chucky into that, that is a nightmare.
Man.
Okay, so yeah, watch out for that. Much more to get to. Trump talking about moving the World Cup out of Seattle. And Nimrod's in the news coming right up. Can you believe it's already November? Tailgates, Thanksgiving coming up, all the great food and drinks, all the stuff that tastes great but can definitely overtax your liver. And if your liver isn't feeling great, the rest of you isn't either. It deserves a little support, right? So if you're feeling kind of sluggish, a little bloated just off, taking Active Liver from New Nordic can help.
Yeah, your liver's got a big job to do, filtering out toxins from food to sugary drinks. Active Liver is packed with natural liver-supporting ingredients available in easy-to-take tablets or great-tasting gummies, so you can enjoy the football parties, the holiday parties, all of it, and Active Liver will help keep your body's filter working.
Active Liver is packed with natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke extract, and turmeric, all known for helping your liver do its thing. Active Liver from New Nordic. You can grab it online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, iHerb.com, or in-store at CVS, Meijer Grocery, and ShopRite. Show your liver some love with Active Liver from New Nordic.
A stiff chair makes you sit. An X chair lets you float. Upgrade to an X chair, engineered for better posture and focus. The secret? Patented lumbar support that adjusts instantly. SiFloat Infinite Recline that moves effortlessly with you. X chair is next level ergonomic seating that truly floats. Right now, you can save up to 50% with the X chair holiday sale. Supplies are limited, so visit xchair.com today for up to 50% off. That's xchair.com.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Yeah, football season passing the midway point, coming right down to the wire. You got basketball, you got hockey going on. The holiday vibes are everywhere. Keep it going on Prize Picks. Snag $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks, super simple, too. You just pick 2 to 6 players. You choose more or less on the stat projections and watch your lineup light up the holidays. And now they've added early payouts, which is huge, too. So if your lineup comes out swinging, you might be able to cash out before the game's even over. so don't miss out on the action this season. Prize Picks, always good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's code MVCR on Prize Picks. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in lineups. All you got to do is play. That's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it is good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
We'll have to get to Trump talking about possibly moving the World Cup out of Seattle because we're up on Nimrods, and here we go.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the News. We go to Montana, where 53-year-old James Howard was driving his Chevy Suburban on this roadway when he slammed into the rear of a Volkswagen.
Ooh.
Everybody's going to be okay. That's the good news. Officer gets there, sees Howard with a Budweiser beer can in his right hand, and he moved it to the center console. When asked, hey, has that got beer in it? No, just urine. What? Yeah, it's just got pee in it. See, I was attempting to whiz in the beer can while driving and lost control and slammed into the other car.
That sounds dangerous.
That is, man. He also said he had only had one beer. Nobody's believing that.
No.
Cracking the seal after one, you got to go so bad you're whizzing in a can down the road? Please. And that's Nimrod's in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Okay. Epstein list. What's the latest, David?
Well, the House of Representatives is set to vote on the so-called discharge petition, which would release some of the evidence that has been collected on Jeffrey Epstein and what he might have been up to. I mean, we know what, in general, he was up to, apparently talking to everybody on the left and talking smack about Donald Trump during the campaign.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it right there. Now, I think it's been interesting watching a couple of Republicans get not just saying, hey, we need to get all the information out there, but really trying to go after Donald Trump with some innuendo. Thomas Massey is one of them, who never cared at all about the Epstein stuff, at least not publicly, until right now.
What's his play?
Well, Trump has gone after him before because he's sort of similar to a Rand Paul type who can talk a decent game, but in the end doesn't really get anything done and just winds up being a thorn in the president's side.
Okay. It's like they bitch and moan for a living.
That's pretty much it.
That's what those guys do.
I mean, I hate to even compare. Is it like a Bernie Sanders, only on the other side?
Well,
like you speak in these platitudes and you say all these things, but are you really going to get anything done?
Well,
I almost feel bad because I like Rand Paul a lot more than Bernie. Bernie's a nut.
Well, I think the one thing, and I'll just if you're comparing, either Rand or Thomas Massey, the one thing Bernie Sanders has on them is he did actually kind of build a movement. Bernie did actually accomplish something.
Yeah.
These guys have not really accomplished anything. So, I mean, with Thomas Massey in particular, he keeps moving the goalposts about, like, when will you know that, we have all of the information?
And what does he say?
Well, he says in this clip, well, it's because we need to have more names. What?
All right, let's listen to this.
And he could just release the files himself. Now, some people have said, well, how will you know that he's released the files? We will know when rich and powerful men are implicated. So they've claimed that they've been releasing thousands, tens of thousands of documents to Congress already, but what we've discovered is there's not a single new name in those documents. We know because we have survivors through their lawyers who've told us that they have names. We know they know who's in those files, and we'll know if he's given us a complete release.
Okay. So from the survivors, there are powerful names out there that have not seen the light of day. So did they sign NDAs and they can't say them themselves?
Well, that's been the defense, but at the same time, if you're talking about criminal activity, an NDA would not do that. Would not.
Right.
I mean, would not cover criminal activity.
The other part is we don't know what sort of deal the FBI made with Epstein.
Yeah.
And I know then there's people saying, well, he was working for Mossad and the CIA. Who knows? Is that going to come out?
Yeah, and I mean, the one question I've always asked about him is how did he acquire all this great wealth?
Well, people thought it was because of blackmail.
Well,
but then
that's
people
what
push
I mean,
back
but
on that.
I don't get how we don't know his holdings or what he had or if he was this real estate mogul. My God, you would think he owned half of Manhattan.
He had a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. I know he had a lot of money, but...
And honestly, during different points of just doing this show, when this story has been hot, you do a ton of research and read a bunch about it. And I don't know if it's the same with you, David, or you, Scott, or my ADD. Then I can't remember the details.
For me, I'm
like, I just know he's a bad guy, but there's no definitive proof outside of these were underage girls. But it's bonkers that he didn't actually do more time than he did the first time.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, and I just go back to where I've been for a while now is we're never really going to know anything. And so don't expect any sort of satisfactory answer, which is one of the reasons why I get frustrated when Massey's out there. Well, no, we have saying we know that we'll have everything when we have new names. Well, that's pretty damn open-ended because there's always an opportunity for new names.
Well, and I think the reason MAGA was so frustrated earlier this year is because there was going to be transparency and it was going to be different this time, and then it's not.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean, I guess you can get together a lot of people with a lot of money for all these big fundraisers that he organized and pulled off simply by doing what you're doing with the underage prostitution that was going on.
But with all the evidence that they said they had, now they don't have it.
I know.
Well, the other thing that
this thing is perplexing.
Yeah.
The other thing that gets lost in the shuffle is that the victims of Jeffrey Epstein, not all of them were underage.
Right.
At the time that they were being, either trafficked or, that their claim is that they were trafficked, and others have pushed back on that, saying, well, you kind of went into it with both eyes open. Some people
because
said,
the word was he was into the, quote, barely legal.
Yeah.
And then, not that long ago, was, oh, no, they were much younger.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? We'll see what comes out of today. It was funny. It was like Chuck Schumer. Is he hard of hearing now, too? Because there was a question asked about this, and it seemed like he just answered a question that wasn't asked. Here it is.
Why wouldn't they have been released the last 4 years when President Biden was in office?
Well, that's the question every American is asking. Not every American, but so many Americans are asking. What the hell is he hiding?
Talking about Trump.
Wait a minute.
Hey, but
that wasn't the question.
I know. That's why I'm asking it. Are you hard of hearing? Or you just pretend that there was a different question? I'm not quite sure. Speaking of Chuck Schumer, the press is on for him to get out.
Oh, yeah, heat's on.
Oh, yeah. AOC said something about leadership, blah, 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 yeah.
The stakes are life and death. And that means that
Oh, the rolling of the eyes from David is always a beaut.
The stakes are life and death.
Everything with her is life and death.
Yes.
And that means that we want to make sure that we have Democratic leadership that is strong enough to withstand that. And so I think that's what this conversation is about. And I think we can get there.
Okay.
They created this monster. They can live with it now.
Which monster?
The AOC monster.
Oh, yeah. There are some people who think, oh, she is absolutely the future of the party.
Well, go for it.
Do we have time for this right now? Did you hear this conversation between Bill Maher and Pat Oswalt?
I did.
About AOC?
He's a
It's a little bit of a longer clip.
It's worth it, though.
Andre's got the swear words out.
Okay.
Why are you nervous? You don't trust Andre?
I know. I trust him definitely. But, David, just in case. Hand near the button, please. Thank you.
Okay. Talking about, to me, the reason to play the clip, Pat Oswalt Who is this guy, David? Explain who he is.
He's a comedian. He's also an actor. He was on the show King of Queens. He was also, I mean, he's done a bunch of different. He's been in some of the Marvel movies, I think, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He was in one episode of Seinfeld.
Politically,
Left.
to me, it just shows clueless.
Yes.
All right, check this out.
It was the same thing with AOC. Remember when they found the damning video of AOC dancing and drinking with her friends on the roof at college? Or like, and this is a Congress person, and she looks so happy and beautiful and cool, and you're like, oh, they think this is ending her career because they never did this.
No.
By the way, I don't ever remember anyone thinking that. Do you?
I know exactly what he's talking about, and there were like 3 Twitter accounts that were mad about it. No one said it was going to end her career.
No, it's just nonsense.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, goes on.
They were never that comfortable to do this.
Yeah, and if she had some deprogramming, she could be such a fantastic candidate.
What do you mean deprogramming?
Well, she just doesn't. She's never going to resonate with people outside of the bubble that she lives in the very, very far left.
Well,
and that, I mean, the New York Times, of all people, the people I've been like squabbling with for the last 7, 8, 10 years, whatever, when I was all about, Democrats have gone too far left, they just put out a huge editorial basically saying exactly what I've been saying.
Yeah, I think a lot of people realize that. Here's where the pushback comes.
What, that she's too far left?
Yes, and that the only way the Democrats will ever win again, not that the Republicans are probably going to give it back, is to be more moderate. But we don't have to argue about her. I mean, she has...
If people think she's too far left, then that shows another way this country's broken right now.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily broken in that way, but it just shows how the country is not there. That is not where the country is, and if you don't...
Unfortunately, okay, that's the one thing, and I hate to admit this.
Listen.
This country is not as mature as it thinks it is. We elected Obama, and clearly the country freaked out. We're still living in that freak out. We are not as progressed and evolved and intelligent as we think we are.
Time out.
What?
That's how out of touch some of these people are.
Wait, the whole country freaked out so much that they elected him for a second term?
Yes. Is he living in an alternate universe? Did he start a Marvel movie and just stayed there?
Yeah.
What is he talking about? It didn't work. Do you know how many people voted for Obama that then voted for Trump because they thought, well, this was the way forward? And they're like, no, this was full of baloney.
Because we keep freaking out about this stuff.
Well, the left freak out, too. The left freaked out about a lot of bullshit, too.
What did they freak out about?
Gender, race, parenthood, schools, homelessness, crime, the border, education. Like we stopped being a scientific people.
Listen,
like it's not scientific.
But the left certainly stayed scientific.
No, they didn't.
Why not?
Because they think gender that they went way too far with. That's not scientific.
Yeah. So the reason to play that, at least to me, is that's how far gone some people are.
Yeah.
It's wild, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, he has one source of information. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And what his friends applaud him for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's addictive.
Well, I think, we've talked about this over the last few days, and it's way ahead of the midterms, all that. But the whole affordability conversation is probably going to be big. And Trump's on that now. I don't know if you heard him talking about that at all yesterday.
The word is affordable, and affordable should be our word, not theirs, because the Democrats got up and talked affordability, and they don't say that they had the worst inflation in history, the highest energy prices in history. Everything was the worst.
Yeah. You notice the raspy voice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? He had the raspy voice? He was asked about it. I thought it was hilarious.
Your voice sounds a little rough. Are you feeling all right?
I feel great. I was shouting at people because they were stupid about something having to do with trade in a country, and I straightened it out. but I blew my stack at these people.
I want to hear the recording of that.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine what it sounded like, but still, I would love to hear that. Anyway.
Listen, you mother. We're going to tax you 25%.
Yeah. The 5 stories we're watching today, straight ahead.
Sure, the weather's cooling off, but football season is heating up, and it's even better with Prize Picks. Here's the deal. Download the Prize Picks app, use code MVCR, and when you play your first $5, you'll get $50 instantly in lineups. That's $50 guaranteed just for playing. Prize Picks is super easy to use. Just pick 2 or more players, choose more or less on their stat projections. If you're right, you win. It's that simple. It's available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia, and your money's always safe, fast, and secure. Maybe even cash in on all those instincts. Who's falling in the standings and who is rising to the occasion? Make your pick on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. You'll get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
What do you give the person who's always at their desk? X-Chair. This holiday, give next level comfort with X-Chair ergonomic seating, dynamic variable lumbar support, and SiFloat Infinite Recline has your back. X-Chair elevates work, gaming, projects with everyday comfort. During the X-Chair holiday sale, you can save up to 50% site-wide. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. And now, the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2.
All right, number 5, some good news here. Nearly 82 million Americans are expected to travel for Thanksgiving this year, setting a new overall record according to AAA. Number 4, President Trump says he's not ruling out anything when it comes to striking cartels inside Mexico or using the military against Venezuela. Number 3.
By the way, real quick on Venezuela, if you don't mind me interrupting. When he went into Imagine over the weekend at the rally, that was something, huh? Have you heard that?
I have not.
I did.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. We gotta let David hear this.
Oh, gosh.
He's begging the United States for peace. Maduro.
Maduro is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he goes into Imagine. It was something. Peace.
Alfred Nazaret, ¿cómo era la canción de John Lennon? Imagine us people.
Yes.
Well, it is a communist anthem.
It is.
So.
And then by the time they get it, and then they just start playing the song. And I'm not joking, he's got hands in the air, waving back and forth like leading the people.
All right. I was iffy.
Bomb them today.
I was iffy. I was on the fence. Now it's time. It's time to bomb the bleep out of Venezuela, okay? This cannot stand. Done. We're done with that.
This focus group said do that. They'll love you.
Appear peaceful. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, imagine, of course.
Yeah. Imagine people weren't eating out of dumpsters.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah, I would like that. All right, now, number 3. I just find this one really interesting. Democrats overwhelmingly support Representative Chuy Garcia, who rigged an election in Chicago by retiring at the filing deadline, meaning that, well, only his chief of staff is going to show up. He picked his successor.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This story is so wild,
Yeah.
man.
Number 2, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is going after Trump hard again about the Epstein files, saying watching this actually turn into a fight has ripped MAGA apart. And the American people won't tolerate any other bull bleep. And then number 1, breaking news now, a panel of federal judges in Texas, 2-1, have blocked the state's new GOP-favored House map for being used ahead of the 2026 midterms. Of course, yes. Okay. So we will provide you with any and all updates on that. Those are the top 5 stories that we're watching today. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off of Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named number 1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code MVCR at checkout. That's AURA, auraframes.com, promo code MVCR.
Okay, I know we talked about, the penny not going to be produced anymore. It costs too much money.
Yeah.
It's just the end of the run. And we were talking about the old change jar, keeping that. Do you still have one, Scott?
No, I don't carry cash anymore anywhere, hardly ever.
David?
I do.
No.
It's not a big jug, but I do have a jug.
This is being asked online, like, how many pennies do you think you have? Because apparently a bunch of grocery stores in the Northeast just had a promo where they traded gift cards and paid 2 cents for every penny traded in.
Oh.
Because of the shortage that they're going to have. So you got $100 worth of pennies, you get $200.
Oh.
Not bad. I don't know how many. I have, like, a whole, what would it be, like a 64-ounce mug that's filled with change, but I don't know how many. A lot of pennies. I don't know if it's $100 worth, but
I used to take my daughter in when she was little. I said, if you get close enough, within $1, I'll give you everything.
Wow. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
And she'd lose and cry.
And you'd give it to her anyway.
Half of it.
Yep. And we got another participation trophy kid. Great going, Scott.
That's not true.
You're a good dad. Man, are you a good dad? You are. I mean, your daughter admits that.
Yeah. To you.
She doesn't to you?
No.
Oh, when you were in the hospital?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she was gushing about her dad, Scotty. Of course. All right, David, biggest story today.
Biggest story of the day is, I guess, the Epstein files vote.
I guess.
In the House. Yeah. Release some of these files already. Get this over with. For crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are just done talking about it. How about the Thomas Crooks thing, the guy that tried to shoot Trump? What's coming out of that? We'll get to that, and what's your story? Straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer, the Millennial, David Van Camp, and the Sexy Boomer, that's Scott Robbins. Mm-hmm. David, if you had a friend come say, hey, what is the latest with this Thomas Crooks thing? What are they talking about?
All right, Thomas Crooks is the young man who tried to assassinate Donald Trump and wound up murdering a Trump supporter and seriously injuring 2 others at that campaign rally in Butler. Well, what we are learning now is that, and not from the FBI, but from reporting, is that he was very pro-Trump at some point before 2020. All of a sudden, at 2020, he becomes very, very violent against MAGA.
Yes. Well, in 2019, it was very violent against people on the left.
Against Democrats, yeah.
Yes.
Kill all Democrats, I think, was something that he posted.
Yeah.
So just an unhinged guy who then went down a rabbit hole of furries and trans cartoon porn and all this.
Well, whatever that is.
17 different aliases.
Yeah.
But they would have known this
Yeah.
in July of 2024.
Right.
Now, that was the Biden DOJ. So even though it wasn't right, you kind of knew what was going on. They were going to hide different things. What doesn't make sense is why it took reporting now for us to find this out. And it was Tucker Carlson on Friday and then Miranda Devine from the New York Post yesterday. And apparently there's more that's going to be coming out. We'll see. But Miranda Devine was on Fox last night. And part of the question was, did this guy get radicalized? Because there's a name that pops up, and then all of a sudden, as far as the YouTube commentary, it goes down. And that's when it got really crazy. So that was the question.
Well, only that we've seen that he had a brush with a Norwegian neo-Nazi whose name was going by the name of Will Teppers, who is very violent, who encourages the sort of violent rhetoric that Crooks was using. And later on, our source has given us some comments that Teppers has made, that he was talked to, has had conversations with both Russian and American intelligence. He had something to do with Crooks, but we don't know really how much. I think it's up to the FBI to let us know.
Yeah. So Miranda's got sources within the FBI. Something's up.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this guy. Did you read any of the message from that guy?
No, I just saw paraphrases.
Okay. And, well, if I'm to paraphrase, it is, well, yeah, people can talk about it, but we need action.
Yeah.
You got to do this.
Yeah.
Or, you're basically going to lose society. Again, paraphrasing. Now, Scott, I know you have bigger questions like the furry angle.
Dude, here's my thing with the furry angle. I mean, who was, and how far does this go back? I mean, do furries go back to the...
Now we're not just talking about Thomas Crook and...
No, with wooden teeth. I mean, how far back does it go?
The
who
whole
was the
furry
guy
thing?
that put on an outfit that looks like a beagle and went, and you have to meet like-minded people.
David, are you going history of the furries right now? Are you doing that on your search engine?
Yes,
Good.
I'm doing it.
Because I never knew this existed until like a decade ago.
Early 1980s.
Furries were invented.
Yes.
Because you just can't get there without anything else.
Yeah. So furry fandom started appearing in the late 1980s. Fans began creating original animal characters called fursonas and sharing hard stories and costumes. Then conventions started in the late 80s and early 90s with the first conference held in 1989. But now, of course, the internet set this thing, going wild.
Well, yeah.
So that would be by the 2000s. It expanded through forums, chat rooms, social media, allowing fans to connect worldwide. They have the fandom is diverse, creative, large, encompassing art, literature, gaming, and elaborate fursuits, full or partial costumes representing one's persona.
And they have conventions.
Yes. Oh, yeah, they do.
I mean, again, let's just say, for instance, that you have exchanged nuptials with the one you love. You've been planning on your honeymoon for a long time. You're going to L.A. or you're going to New York. You're going to stay at this hotel. When you get there, the freaking furry convention is going on. And the lobby is full of this stuff.
Yeah.
And you deal with it all weekend long, all the time, and the whole time you're there.
Like any other convention, this just a different kind of one.
Kind of.
Well, and people are talking about, too, that for those that are into it, and the question is, can that cause mental health issues? Some would say additional mental health issues, and that's been a question that's out there. Now, as far as the furry thing with Thomas Crooks, that question was asked to her. What's up with the furry thing here?
This?
And here's her answer.
I don't know. Look, it's really a small amount that we can see, but it struck me because, of course, as you mentioned, Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, was involved with this furry community. He lived with someone who identified as furry. It's some sort of sexual fetish where you dress up as animals, or this deviant art site has sort of animals that are having sex but are humanized. And other weird stuff. You Thomas Crooks had this.
Is that a better
image
explanation there, Scott, than what you were hearing before?
Because
there's more. I mean, I'll play the rest of the clip.
You look like you're ready to jump out of the window.
Well,
what is it? Yeah.
You get all amped up with this.
Yeah.
Dressing as a bunny.
Or a raccoon.
Or what? Right.
Or a fox.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's little known fact, Jimi Hendrix was a furry, foxy lady. He was literal about that.
Yeah.
You want to hear the rest of the clip?
Jump into a big pile with other Dobermans and Dalmatians and Beagles and
I don't know. Is that part of it? You got to jump in the pile, or is this
not always?
Okay.
I mean,
well, there's pile jumping going on.
There,
though.
at times, yes, there can be, but that's not everybody. And I want to defend some of the mostly peaceful furries who really just enjoy dressing up like animals.
Golly! All right, here we go.
Thomas Crooks had this image that he'd posted of a very muscle-bound sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger type male body with a female face, with a female head on it. So I don't know, there seem to be a few different fetishes there, but he does describe himself as they, them as well. So that tells you that he is going through some sort of gender identity exploration at that time. You know, he's 15, 16, 17 years old. COVID had hit. Maybe that explains his change, but I think it's so radical. It's almost as if he's been de-radicalized by somebody and then re-radicalized in the opposite ideological direction.
That's like danger of the internet.
Yeah.
Boy.
Because, 15, 16-year-old loser not going to get some sort of date or a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do at that point? Get your uncle's magazine and play wackadoodle or whatever. But now you got like-minded nuts. They're like, hey, here's a place for you. You ever thought of, as you would say, Scott, dressing as a bunny?
Well,
next thing you know, they're they them in it. Oh boy.
I'm just perplexed by the whole thing. And no wonder it started in the 80s, though. I get it.
You might have been at one of those top 40 parties that you were a part of with all the oodles of drugs from the record labels, and you may be on a furry video right now and you don't even know it.
I'm the one with the satin jacket on.
It says today's top hits. All right, it's that time of the show. We go around the table. May not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story here?
Okay. So it's a story that, I'll be honest, I am kind of obsessed with, even though it's of no consequence to anybody's lives. It's just very funny. So this is about Olivia Nutsey.
Mm-hmm.
She's a political reporter who's insane. She had a relationship with Keith Olbermann for about 4 years when she was in her 20s. He paid for her college, bought her nice gifts, all that. He's defending himself, by the way, saying, well, we were together for 4 years. Yeah, I was making a lot of money. And, yeah, so if we have anniversary birthday, that's at least twice a year, I'm averaging like $1,200 a gift. Okay. Jeez. If he had the money, then, yeah, okay, then that makes sense. But also paid for her college. That's kind of weird. Then she was with another reporter named Ryan Lizza, and then cheated on him with the former governor and congressman Mark Sanford. And then had the sexting relationship with RFK Jr., which is why this whole thing exploded.
I always feel like I got to say, he didn't return it back.
It didn't sound like it, but I don't know. Maybe he did.
I think he came out and said, listen, here it all is.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And if he would have, she would have shown the goods.
Well, apparently she did show the goods.
She did. He didn't.
Yeah. Anyway, she's written a book about that whole experience, and I just want to read you an excerpt from it.
Oh, God, here we go.
All right.
I mean to tell you of the canyon where voices carried, the place where monsters spoke to me, where I listened.
This sounds like, I'm sorry, this needs some music. Go ahead.
Where I listened. Where I found that, as fortune or curse would have it, I knew the language of monsters. Where, with news on my tongue and tears in my eyes, the role of town crier I interpret literally, I ran back over the hill to translate for those who could not stomach the thought of standing face to face with monsters, but who required knowledge of monsters as the monsters accrued ever more power as they revealed or converted ever more monsters among men.
Oh, gosh.
This is what happens when you have Nietzsche in one ear and Space Hog in the other.
Boy, oh boy.
God.
That piano seems way too elegant for that.
Yeah.
Seems like something else would have been better. William Hung or something like that.
Well, she's a legit stalker, man. She's insane.
Yeah. Okay, Scotty, what do you got for What's Your Story?
I won't be ignored, Dan.
Yes.
Oh, boy. A major policy shift could restore education benefits to thousands of veterans who were separated from military service for refusing the COVID vaccine during the Joe Biden administration. This is the Department of VA coming out with this. The move follows President Trump's executive order, reinstating service members discharged under the military's COVID vaccine mandate. Now, the point of all this is they said Joe Biden and the Biden administration engaged in discharges that were purely punitive. No other reason. They wouldn't do it, kicked you out. Wouldn't take an experimental vaccine. These guys lost their funding for their schooling that was promised to them. In response, Pete Hegseth went on to instruct military departments to facilitate discharge upgrades for those who were involuntarily separated because they declined the COVID vaccine and received a characterization of service that affected their benefits. And it did, because you were dishonorably discharged. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this is the beginning of the correction that's taking place around this country right now. Holy smokes.
Hope so.
Yep.
I'll make my story quick for time's sake. I did not know this. I just saw this the other day. Did you know a Limp Bizkit show was canceled in Estonia because of Fred Durst's support of Vladimir Putin?
That's a hell of a combination of words there, sir.
Isn't it? It's wild to me. Yeah, I know.
Starting with, there was a Limp Bizkit show in the year of our Lord 2025?
Yes, May 31st.
Huh.
And the story goes, I know you love that song, David. That's why I rolled it out.
I actually do like that song.
Back in 2012, Fred married a woman from Crimea. And after Russia annexed the region from Ukraine in 2014, he came out in support of it. Apparently, he even held up a banner at a show that said Crimea equals Russia. And he described Putin as a great guy with clear moral principles and a nice person.
Oh, boy.
Huh.
So Estonia's foreign ministry says those who justify Russia's aggression and the occupation of a neighboring country are not welcome in Estonia. They have no place on Estonian stages and should not be earning income here. By the way, Fred and the Crimean bride divorced in 2019. So there you go. And I know it's not Mashup Monday, but I think a Limp Bizkit. Did you ever hear the mashup with Limp Bizkit and the Seinfeld theme?
No.
No.
Do you want to hear a part?
Of course I do.
Okay, all right then.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off.
You like that? I'll save that for a future Mashup Monday then.
Oh, man. That's great.
Yeah, I thought you might like that. Okay. Well, there's lots of updates to get to. A lot going on today. And Nimrod's in the news. Coming right up. There's a great way to preserve holiday traditions and memories that's also the perfect gift. It's a digital frame from Aura Frames. You can upload as many photos as you want, and they'll show up on any authorized frame anywhere at any time. So if your family is across the country and can't make it to your place this year, you can still celebrate together with an Aura frame.
My parents don't live near me, so it's a great way to update them on what's going on with my 4- and 5-year-old kids. When you order at auraframes.com, you can preload the frame, and every gift comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag.
And for a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame. Named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code MVCR at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code MVCR. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so order right now before it ends. And support us by mentioning Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You deserve a chair that works as hard as you do. X-Chair. X-Chair ergonomic seating is built to move with you. DVL technology adapts to support your lumbar. SiFloat Infinite Recline lets you lean back and relax. X-Chair gives you all-day comfort and productivity. Save up to 50% during the X-Chair holiday sale. But hurry, inventory is limited. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. It's true, cooking Thanksgiving dinner. A lot of pressure. Screw that one up. People might be nice and say, oh, no, it's really good, and they're rolling their eyes. You can tell.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people are using Chef IQ Sense. I've used mine on a number of different things. Has not failed me yet. It's a wireless cooking thermometer that takes all the guesswork out of holiday cooking. The USDA says turkey's got to hit 165 degrees to be safe. Your eyes can lie, but Chef IQ doesn't. So whether you're roasting, grilling, or even smoking the turkey, it's going to hit that perfect temp every time.
Yeah, it is so easy to use. All you do is you put the sensor in, you tell the app how you want it cooked, and then you kick back and relax, and then it pings you every time you need to do something with any piece of meat that you got going right now in the oven, and that's it. It'll tell you when to flip things, when to turn things, all of that stuff. Anyway, no more oven peaking, no more dried out turkey, just perfect food every single time.
Yeah, it's not just for turkey either. You can use it for steaks, chicken, fish, whatever you're cooking. Chef IQ has got you covered. Seriously, you're going to wonder how he ever did without this. So it's the ultimate gift, and it's time now for you to get one. Whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just a rookie, right now, 30% off site-wide with codes MVCR at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com. Promo code MVCR. Perfect meal, zero stress. Thank us later.
Updates coming. Nimrod's now. Here we go.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrod's in the news on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods, we go to, well, a JetBlue flight from Boston to Tampa. Got delayed 3 hours last week. Why? Because they had to turn it around and go back to Boston thanks to one stupid moron who vaped weed in the bathroom. The crew then inhaled it. They're like, oh, they're not feeling safe. They had to turn all the way around with everything else going on with air travel. Vaping weed in the bathroom. They're using a lot of trouble, and that's Nimrod's in the news.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, thank you very much for being here. Okay, update, David, on the ballroom.
Oh, yeah, I thought this was kind of funny. ABC News, World News Tonight or whatever. There was nothing else going on in the world, so they wanted to let you know what the status was of Trump's desecration of democracy by putting in a ballroom that people have wanted for a long time.
Okay.
Tonight, new images of the demolition of the East Wing at the White House. This is video captured from atop the Washington Monument, showing debris from the East Wing mostly cleared away. Workers now making room for President Trump's new $300 million ballroom.
Oh, gosh. They got their marching orders.
Yep.
Yeah, fire up the base. Oh, that ballroom. And it's going to be tacky. Because it's going to have gold. It's going to drive them absolutely crazy. Okay. All right. And you were also mentioning someone said something stupid on The View.
Yes.
Oh, that's a daily update.
Yeah, right.
Say a day that ends with Y.
Well, this is so crazy. So Sarah Haynes, who's supposed to be, I guess, the independent on the panel on the ABC News show, talking about how Trump complains about Democrats too much. And get a load of this.
Okay.
The other thing, we gotta go. Wait 1 second. The other thing I am so sick of hearing from Donald Trump is once you become the president, I don't remember an administration, and I could be standing to be corrected on this, that constantly talks about the left and the Democrats. Once you're president, You know, I don't remember Biden constantly saying Republicans, Republicans, Republicans. He talked about what we need to do.
I gotta go. No more talking. We'll be right back.
Uh-huh. Well,
the unvaccinated, getting tired of it.
Yeah.
MAGA Republicans violent.
It's the will of the people, and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights.
That's a funny video. I'm watching this. Someone juxtapose all the violence from 2020 with Biden talking about the violent, extreme, and dangerous MAGA Republicans.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, I'm just going back in the archives to that speech from 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Ahead of the midterms, where he goes into Philadelphia and there's the blood red backdrop behind him.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean...
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. MAGA Republicans. MAGA Republicans. Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. MAGA Republicans look at America and see carnage and darkness and despair.
Or, this is another montage I made.
I'm an American president, not a president of red America, blue America. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. Not a single thing beyond our capacity. If we do it together, MAGA Republicans are destroying American democracy. I'm asking our nation to come together, MAGA Republicans. That is a threat to this country. Hope and unity and optimism. Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans, clear and present danger to our democracy. We, the people, will not let anyone or anything tear us apart.
I could stand to be corrected, she said. Well, you've been corrected. He talked about it all the time.
The thing is, when he was talking about the MAGA Republicans, that's the most coherent he sounded during his entire presidency.
It's really funny you said it, because I was thinking the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I mean, the slurring is there.
Little.
A little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, particularly, I mean, when he did that sort of thing, when he got all fiery like that against MAGA, you could, for the most part, understand him.
That's true.
One nation, indivisible, under God, for real.
But I mean, that's the bar we've set for him. It's like, well, he didn't slur, stumble, or fall. You know, that's what an advantage that is.
Yeah.
Guy was the president.
How do you do that?
How you do that?
Yeah.
How you do that? I want to get that on a T-shirt.
Well, he was always precise with pronunciation. He wanted to get it right every time.
Shanga Kawawa.
Kawawa.
That's a pedal you use on a new Gibson, isn't it?
The Kawawa?
The Kawawa, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gives the old wah-wah sound with a dive bomb whammy bar. The Kawawa.
You know what? I keep forgetting who he was actually supposed to be talking about.
Wasn't that Vera Wang?
No,
it wasn't.
Joan Shin Gang, pacify Kawawa is one of the interpretations of what he said.
And there's that weird little rumble in there, too.
Joan Shikagawa.
All right, now that you've said that.
Pronounce it again, David.
Shingang, Shanga Kawawa.
It's Joan, first name. She's a film producer. It's Joan Shigekawa. Shigekawa, yes. That's who.
Okay,
I've always meant to look that up.
And he ends that with like a question mark at the end.
A little bit.
Shingang, Shanga Kawawa.
Dude, that's like, because people that listen to this show know you struggled with the word heroic over time.
Yes.
And when you say it, you're sounding out a little bit at a time.
Yes.
He nailed it last week, by the way.
But
that's what it reminds me of with Biden.
But where do you get Shingang?
I don't know.
Shigekawawa.
Yeah. Exactly. Like Robbins with heroic. Closing her oic. Can you do it on the flight now if you got it, Scott? Heroic.
Heroic.
Yes.
Heroic.
It only took you once.
I know. I stumbled the first time.
It's way better than Kawawa.
But it's not
Wang
like
Wang.
Joe Heroic was right there, you know? 'Cause it's
true. All right.
By the way, if you want to see the heroic video, it is on our Instagram feed.
Yeah, you got to see that.
And I believe on our Facebook page as well.
Of course it was.
That's awesome. Okay, moving on to other things. Oh, Larry Summers is taking a step back, you say, David?
Yeah, Larry Summers, former head of Harvard, also worked under the Obama and Clinton administrations as an economist. Well, he is stepping back from public commitments after it was revealed he sought relationship advice from Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah.
Wow.
So this was in 2018 and 2019. There was somebody that he was pursuing, and he wrote in 2018 to Jeffrey Epstein. He forwarded an email from the woman saying, "I think no response for a while is probably appropriate. She's already beginning to sound needy." Nice, Epstein responded. 2019, he wrote, "Tone was not of good feeling. I didn't want to be in a gift-giving competition while being the friend without benefits." Larry Summers, noted economist, worked for 2 different presidents, said to Jeffrey Epstein. "She's smart, making you pay for past errors," he replied. "Ignore the daddy, I'm going to go out with the motorcycle guy. You reacted well. Annoyed shows caring. No whining showed strength."
Okay, I've seen him in interviews. I wanted to see what he looked like again. Doesn't look like he would struggle that much when you got that much money. But I guess so. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens with what goes on today with the House and the whole Epstein situation.
I need to know what Shingang Kawawa thinks about this.
We may never know.
The Art of War, Part 2.
Oh, crap. A couple of things that I haven't played for you guys yet. This is interesting to me. Just talking political strategy. If you are the Democrats, you're an old schooler. You're James Carville, the Raging Cajun, guy you used to hold, Scott, in high regard.
Is he like laying down all the time now that he's on TV?
I don't know.
He looks like he's prone all the time. He's so far down. It's weird looking. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, this clip I saw, he was talking about, I think he was talking with Fox. And first he was slamming John Fetterman. I want to get your take on this by Carville saying this.
If John Fetterman is the smartest person in the Democratic Party, the Democratic Party is in really, really, really deep trouble.
Oh, wow.
Really deep trouble. If I want to listen to somebody from Pennsylvania Democratic Party, I will listen to Governor Josh Shapiro every day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, he was talking with Kayleigh McEnany. Okay. It seems like a lot of the Democratic Party are moving toward Mamdani.
Yes.
Mamdani and Josh Shapiro are not in the same world.
No.
No, they're not.
So it sounds like Carville's like, well, Fetterman, he's, too close to the middle or too far to the right for them? So Shapiro would be the guy?
I don't know. That's the craziest thing, because Fetterman is not a centrist.
I know.
Not at all.
But to the left he is. He's on the right.
It's
That's how
crazy.
bonkers they are.
I keep hearing people say, hey, John Thune in the Senate needs to be recruiting him to be a Republican. No, he doesn't. No, he's fine as a Democrat. Thank you very much.
But then Carville, same conversation, says the Dems got to basically purge the far left loons. Have you heard this?
Well, nobody's doing that better than John Fetterman.
That's what I thought.
When one part of the coalition becomes destructive to the other parts, then it's time to reconsider your relationship with it. Now, the identity left, which I call it, or you can call it woke, we might just have to affirmatively attack it because it was so stupid and it was so unpopular and no one wanted to use that kind of language, and it was a giant mistake.
I think he's talking about the trans stuff. Just far left lunacy. But that's a really confused message, isn't it?
It really is, because the guy that carries that water... Yeah.
I know.
Is the guy you don't want there.
Yeah. And then you have somebody like Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, and you have a clip, David. I haven't heard it, but it sounds like he's pretty clear, and this is what a lot of Americans are down with.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been knee-deep in helping Trump deport illegal aliens down in Florida, but he's also thinking bigger. He's like, you got to look at the immigration system as a whole as well.
Okay.
You have some strain on the right that says, oh, no, illegal immigration is bad. Illegal immigration, no matter what, is good. And wait a minute. Now, I'm not saying any of it's that it's all bad or what, but is bringing 10 million people from like Somalia and dumping them into Georgia, is that good because it's legal? I think you have to think critically about what are we doing with an immigration policy, and is it benefiting the American people? Is it helping to promote a strong American culture? We should never bring people into this country who hate America.
100%, dude. Yes.
And when I look at like Mindami's dad and listen to the stuff he's saying about America being the story, I'm like, why would we have wanted somebody like that to come? I mean, especially if you think America is so bad. So we have to be smart. It's lazy thinking to say anything that's legal must necessarily be good. Europe did a mass migration that was legal, that was intentional, and it's proven to be disastrous.
I take that as code as we cannot let the Islamification of America happen.
I think that's part of it, yeah.
Yeah. I think Greg Abbott's on that same page, too.
I thought a stat today that I thought was kind of interesting. In Texas, the number of mosques that have been built over the last 2 years is like 40-some.
Oh.
Yeah. Around
Texas.
The Dallas area is big. Very much. Another controversy out there. Some stay-at-home dads are saying, hey, you stay-at-home moms complain too much. Uh-oh. This has been making the rounds. I'm not saying this just to say I'm not looking for this war, but boy, oh boy.
To all the stay-at-home moms, I feel like you're lying. Because of what I get to do for work, I can still stay home and pay all the bills. And my wife will have to go to work to make her money. And I have a 1-year-old daughter. So I'll stay at home and I'll take care of my daughter. I can give her 3 meals a day, change her on time, get her into her naps, play time, and still make sure the entire place is clean. And yes, I know an apartment is different than a home, but I have a 2,300 square foot apartment, so it's not tiny. So can someone please tell me, when does being a stay-at-home mom become hard?
Oh boy, that lit the fuse.
I'm going to hand that gentleman back his shovel.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, we can get more into that. He's not telling the whole story there either. But we'll get to it. And the 5 stories we're watching today, straight ahead.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A stiff chair makes you sit. An X chair lets you float. Upgrade to an X chair, engineered for better posture and focus. The secret? Patented lumbar support that adjusts instantly. SciFloat Infinite Recline that moves effortlessly with you. X chair is next level ergonomic seating that truly floats. Right now, you can save up to 50% with the X Chair holiday sale. Supplies are limited, so visit xchair.com today for up to 50% off. That's xchair.com.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and now the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3. All right, number 5, nearly 82 million Americans are expected to travel for Thanksgiving this year. That's a new overall record, according to AAA. Number 4, President Trump says he's not ruling anything out when it comes to striking cartels inside of Mexico or using the military in Venezuela. And after hearing Nicolas Maduro sing Imagine, I think we need to be talking about the nuclear option, President Trump. I mean, I'm just saying.
It was horrible.
It's not good.
Well, you're talking about this whole peace, like, America, please don't do anything bad now.
Peace. Alfred Nazaret, ¿cómo era la canción de John Lennon?
John Lennon.
Imagine us people.
The pandering.
Yeah. Number 3, Democrats are overwhelmingly supporting Representative Chuy Garcia, who rigged an election by retiring at the filing deadline. And I know that's really got Scott up in arms today. I mean, it's just so blatant.
Well, it is. That's the thing. There's not even any hiding it. It's just out in the open.
Like, no one's going to run against me, but the only other person who was registered to run would have been, well, his handpicked successor.
Doesn't Chuy Garcia sound like a shortstop for the Brooklyn Dodgers back in the late 50s?
A guy who made it to AAA and maybe made it to the show for a couple games and then just fizzled out.
I was going to say, if he was really good, he would have insisted a different name than Chewy.
Yeah. Number 2.
True.
Apparently, Steve Bannon, MAGA influencer and former White House chief of staff to President Trump, promised to shield Jeffrey Epstein from prosecution just months before Jeffrey Epstein died in prison. They've had a relationship for a long time, and some of these text messages reveal that this took place about a year after Trump fired him. Old sloppy Steve.
Well, yeah, and there was all sorts of video with Bannon and Epstein.
Yeah.
Like coaching stuff.
Yeah.
And it's strange, man.
Yep. He says, you don't have to worry personally because I'm sending you somewhere beyond extradition. Now I'm like, did Steve Bannon have Jeffrey Epstein killed? Because that could sound like a threat given what occurred. No, I'm just kidding about that.
Who knows what happened, man?
Yeah. And then number 1, a panel of federal judges in Texas has for now blocked the state's new congressional House map from being used ahead of the 2026 midterms. Of course, the legal battle will continue in the Lone Star State.
Just to follow up, this whole story from the New York Post, dads blast lazy stay-at-home moms for complaining. I had that clip of this guy saying, hey, I got a newborn, and I can do all this other stuff, and some of you guys just complain. Well, man, oh, man. The hate came his way, and there's a lot of stay-at-home moms, having a point. And if you have, like, a 1-year-old compared to, like, 3 kids under the age of 7, that is a completely different ball game. Talking about that. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show.
God, how many kids under 7?
You have 3?
That's tough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was my house.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're 3 years apart. 3 kids. Yeah. I could understand the exhaustion when I got home. There's no doubt about it. I mean, especially at that time, it felt like going to work was kind of nice. I love my kids, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the people going back and forth on that. And then you wonder, did the guy just go ahead and throw that out there just for the clicks and the attention? Possibly.
Maybe.
Yes. All right, we got to get to an update. Oh, you got your big 3, don't you?
Yep.
The Scott Robbins trifecta. And a news update straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial. Scott Robbins, the So Sexy Boomer. News update, David Van Camp.
Well, the House is talking about releasing the Epstein files, and House Oversight Chair James Comer came through with a really funny little bit here. This is a text exchange with a certain individual. In 2013, this is years after, of course, Jeffrey Epstein was convicted for soliciting a minor. And he was talking with a Democrat who was up and coming in Brooklyn. We know him as Hakeem the Dream.
Really?
And check this out.
Colleagues' coordination with Epstein. Another email shows Democrat fundraisers invited Epstein to an event or to meet privately with Hakeem Jeffries as part of their 2013 effort to win a majority. So Hakeem Jeffries' campaign solicited money from Jeffrey Epstein. That's what we found in the last document batch. The files underscore why former President Trump must appear for his deposition. We've subpoenaed him. To date, the Democrats have done nothing to help us secure his appearance. I support full transparency. The Oversight Committee will continue to work to get the truth to the American people and to get justice for the victims. That's our goal of this investigation. With that, I yield back.
Yeah.
Hakeem.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing is like they want to talk about Trump's interactions with him almost 20 years ago. It's like, man, there's a lot of Democrats and some Republicans, Steve Bannon, one of them, who were very friendly with Jeffrey Epstein for years.
After he did time.
After he did time.
And they knew what he did.
Yes.
Well, and on that was something Trump had said yesterday was...
I do want to say, here's what I want. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Democrats. You look at this Reid Hoffman, you look at Larry Summers, Bill Clinton, they went to his island all the time, and many others. They're all Democrats.
And Steve Bannon, apparently. But yeah, Bill and Hillary, they said they're not testifying. Mm-hmm. They're not going to do that.
Vote just passed overwhelmingly, by the way.
Yeah, not surprised there.
398-1. Who was the nay vote for the Republicans there? I don't know who that was, but somebody voted no.
Good question.
I'm on it. I will look for it.
Okay.
Just be curious as to who that might be.
Some other things just didn't have a chance to get to yet. Trump asked if you'd rule out troops on the ground in Venezuela. There's answers to some of this stuff. Just funny.
Ruling out U.S. troops on the ground?
No, I don't rule out that. I don't rule out anything. We just have to take care of Venezuela. They dumped hundreds of thousands of people into our country from prisons. You know, we have a tight border right now. Nobody comes in. But we had millions of people pouring through. A year ago, we had millions of people pouring through our border. And many of them came from Venezuela, including Tren de Aragua, the gang. But they sent them in like we're a dumping ground. So I'm not in love with the people running Venezuela. I love Venezuela. I love the people of Venezuela. But what they've done to this country, and I really say this, what Biden and the Democrats have done to this country can never, ever be forgotten.
I agree with him on that. Don't let anybody forget that. It's going to take years to undo what was done.
The border is closed.
Oh, that guy. Freaking Mayorkas. Yeah. You guys would play clips of him just to set me off.
Pretty much, yeah.
That freaking guy, he should be in jail.
I don't disagree with you.
I just hear
He's
that
never
name.
been held accountable at all for anything.
Oh, no.
And he lied constantly.
Yes.
The
yeah.
The border is secure.
Yeah. Sure it is.
It's interesting how that, in just a matter of months, how that's gone to what it was to where it is. Matter of months.
It's a broken immigration system. We need to get Congress to get...
No, you don't. You just need the will. Trump had it.
Dang.
Stephen A. Smith says Democrats are cowards. They won't come on a show. He sounds like Bill Maher now. Why won't these people go on those shows with Bill Maher or Stephen A. Smith? I think it's what I say all the time. Democrats are about deception and friendliness. They'll get asked some tough questions if they go on with Stephen A., even though it pains me to say that. Tougher than what they would usually get. Mm-hmm. Or with Bill Maher, but Stephen A.
AOC has been invited on the show for 4 months. Gavin Newsom has been invited on this show for longer than that. Chuck Schumer's been invited on this show, hasn't shown up. Where they at? Every single Republican I have asked to show up on this show has either said yes or that they're coming. Not the Dems. Why?
That sounds like Bill Maher, doesn't it? Because he has said this pretty much the same thing before. Yeah. You don't agree with them, but they show up here.
I don't know if there's ever been a guy in pop culture that's reinvented himself quite like Stephen A. Smith.
Well, how so?
Just from being a heavyweight in the political world now.
Is he a heavyweight?
I don't know if he's a heavyweight, but
he's got some yank, man.
He's got a lot of attention for sure. He's very good at. He is an expert at getting attention. That is true.
Speaking of Maher, Mom Donnie, did you see that when he gave the joke? It took people a while to catch on, that last show.
Finally, New World Democrats must recognize that Zohran Mamdani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. Get it? And if you missed his victory speech in last week's mayoral election in New York, don't worry. You'll see it in every attack ad for the next 2 years.
Yeah, probably so.
That's very true.
Yeah, because they're siding with him. Gavin Newsom. Dude, he's doubling down on the climate change thing. Have you seen any more clips of him in Brazil?
Oh, gosh, no. Well, all these guys are going there because Trump didn't send a representative to the whatever COP, I don't know, the climate change UN green weenie thing.
Well, I'm sure Newsom knows. That's where a lot of big money is.
Oh, yeah.
So if I just go and prattle this nonsense as he's, climbing this tower, and here he goes.
So I'm here in the heart of the Amazon, just walked up 15 stories on top of a data tower. 27 years in the making with sensors and data that is collected and shared all across the United States of America, including in the state of California. But the data they've collected here only underscores the seriousness and severity of neglect and denial as it relates to the issue of climate change.
Still rolling, man. Still rolling. Oh, and finally, David wanted to let you know. Scott brought it up, too.
All right.
Saturday Night Live. She's going to be on for the second time. First time in like 40 years.
40 years, yeah.
You've seen her live in concert. That would be Cher.
All right.
So you'd be tuning in?
No, but I'll watch the clips.
Okay. Will you watch, Scott?
I'm probably like David. I'll probably watch the clips. I always think I'm going to, and then I watch the opening monologue and go, I'm not interested.
I mean, for Cher.
No. Well, I mean, if I'm up and it's slightly amusing and I stay with it long enough to see her, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying I doubt if I do.
Yeah. For me, that would be a hard no.
How old is
Cher.
she now?
It's a good question.
She 80?
I would say, if I had to guess, I'm going 78.
79.
Split the difference there, huh?
But you asked the question.
70. Well, there's parts of it that are 12, some are 15.
That's
some are
true,
10.
yeah.
How old is the dude she's dating now?
I don't know.
He's in his 20s or something.
Wasn't it 20?
Yeah.
Early 30s?
Yeah,
something like that? Yeah.
She likes him young.
39.
Okay.
Well, when you're 79 and 39, yeah.
Golly. I'll save commentary. You ready for your three?
I know exactly. Yeah.
It's the three most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show.
I don't mean the physicality. It would be the nonstop talking that would drive me insane. Don't you agree, Casey?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm not sure about the
Scott Robbins
physicality
trifecta.
either.
Top three stories of the day, helped by his hero.
Hi, it's me, Casey.
Well, hey
Yes.
there, buddy. How you doing?
He's ready to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. First up.
3.
Number 3, an Alaska Airlines pilot. Oh, I remember this story.
I know you do.
Yeah. He tried to, kill the engines and kill everybody on the plane. He's been sentenced.
Oh.
Yeah, the Alaska Airlines pilot. This is the guy who did try to cut off the plane's engines mid-flight. Almost killed 83 people on board. Joseph Emerson, 46, his name, sentenced to time served and 3 years of supervised release.
What?
Yeah, a guy who wanted to kill 83 people and himself on board a jet was sentenced to time served and 3 years of supervised release. Wow. This is the guy, again, who attempted to shut down a commercial flight's engines mid-flight.
Yeah.
This was in 2023. An off-duty pilot in the jump seat of the cockpit while en route to San Francisco. So after he enters a plea deal in September, the pilot dodged a potential maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Holy cow.
I ain't going to stand for it.
Well,
He said he'd
not
taken
alone.
mushrooms days before the incident while on a trip with friends to remember another buddy of his. They all got together to celebrate this buddy, and they were doing mushrooms. And
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. He's claiming, I guess. I don't know how long. I've never done a mushroom, so how long they stay in your system, I don't
Go
know.
ahead, David.
I've never done
Educate
a
him.
mushroom. It's a great sentence. I don't remember after effects after a day.
Okay.
Now,
I don't know
on
how
with
much
the
it took,
countdown.
though.
David's the pharmacist on the show. He by the way stands above us too.
Gosh.
And we looks down on us because he's a pharmacist.
The pharmacist or just a guy that did drugs in college?
Did a lot of
I
drugs.
think, well, I think he knows the combos too. Yeah.
You know the combos?
The combos.
Like,
what do you mean?
the
He's talking about
names and
like
mixing,
different drugs, mixing
do
drugs
what.
together.
Oh, what
Like
what to
the
mix
crazy
with other
cocktails.
Well, I'm not going to give anybody any ideas. There could be kids listening, Scott. That's why you
responsible.
direct message us on Facebook, and then I'll tell you.
Now, on with the countdown.
Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day, up to number
2.
David's in the lab Saturdays from 9 to 10.
I'm on call.
Special weekend show.
There's my weekend. Cooking meth with Van Camp. Special guest, Hunter Biden.
In the kitchen. With David.
Fun Pharmacy with David Van Camp. There you go.
Good RX. All right.
All right. Number 2, gazillionaire Bill Ackman. He put out a one-sentence dating strategy.
Bill Ackman's a billionaire, by the way. We all know that, right? Hedge fund guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he logs onto Twitter over the weekend to tell young men how to talk to women. And as often happens with a billionaire dispensing life lessons, it sounded less like advice and more like some museum audio guide from another century. But here we go. When Bill dishes out love tips, you know things are going well. A guy who has literally never, ever in his life had to split dinner with anybody decided he was going to go out there with the unwashed masses. So he said, his revelation on this was the guy was, hey, I don't know how to meet women. How do I do this? I'm out in public. I don't know what to do. He said, here's what I do, and it works for me every single time, or it did. He said, I just walk up to him and I say, may I meet you? According to his tweet, that's what he did with his now wife. He said, may I meet you? She said yes. The article rounds this up with the other tips delivered in a calm, very respectful way, but this is the icebreaker, he says. Guys, give it a shot.
You're crapping on it, aren't you? You think it's stupid.
Well, it's stupid.
I got to tell you, I don't think it's stupid.
You like it, huh?
I've never heard it before, and I'm thinking it through. That could be really effective because you'll know right away. May I meet you? No, thanks. But then you're done.
Yeah.
You're not wasting any time at all.
Yeah, and you're not buying drinks or anything like that either.
And the person says, sure. Well, yeah, you don't know. I don't think it's terrible advice.
Okay, well.
That's all I'm saying. But that's why I think these conversations are fun.
They are fun.
I mean, you're the master. What do you do? Hi, I'm Scott Robbins. And then you just wait for the adoration.
I can't say heroic.
And the countdown
Can you help me?
The Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day.
And finally, 1.
Guide my tongue so I can say heroic. Number 1. Oh, gosh, we're supposed to
try that one. Would you guide my tongue?
God.
And if the girl says yes, dude, run.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
no kidding.
All right. Well, apparently we're supposed to be asking for consent before we change babies' diapers.
Yes.
Our
this
own
is a
babies, by the way.
This is a new study that's come out on early childhood development. A bunch of researchers in Australia got together for this one. This is interesting, too, because in a world where infants in the womb can know whether they're male or female, that this one has to come out now. Apparently, your baby should be making choices about their bodily functions and when to change them. For instance, you should ask your baby's permission.
I saw the same thing. It's the stupidest thing you could imagine.
Yeah.
What's the baby going to do? Well, just let him know it's happening.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. Stupid. Scott Robbins trifecta.
And there you have it.
Yes, well done. Nimrod's in the news. Straight ahead.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at radiodirect.com/privacy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Text help for help. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
You've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications that are all over the news, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie, and if you qualify, you can get medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1s at 80 to 90% savings without insurance, all 100% online.
Wait, I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No long wait at the doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide and tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, for 80 to 90% less and shipped direct to your door.
Amazing. How do I get started?
Just send them a text.
Text MORE to 797979 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic for 80 to 90% less, 100% online. Don't wait. Text MORE to 797979 right now for your exclusive offer. Text MORE to 797979. That's MORE to 797979.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
The Markley Van Camp and Robin Show. Remember all those fad diets over the years? Juice cleanses, cabbage soup, raw food, stuff like that. Might work for a little while, but once you stop, the weight comes right back. In fact, by the time most people hit 60, they've lost and regained hundreds of pounds, and you probably had no idea how much damage that back and forth can do. Doctors actually have a name for that. It's called weight cycling.
Yeah, and if it goes on long enough, it raises your risk for diabetes, liver damage, even heart attack and stroke. Bottom line, if you need help to stop that cycle, check out Lean. It's a non-prescription oral supplement, not a GLP-1 injectable, but it works like those shots. Lean studied ingredients target weight loss in 3 main ways.
It helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, also helps control appetite and cravings, and it helps burn fat. It converts that into energy, which means you're more likely to keep the weight off. So if you want to lose weight and fat by converting it into energy, that means you're more likely to keep it off too, by the way. So if you want to do all this meaningful stuff, keep it off, add Lean to your diet and exercise routine. Get 20% off now when you enter code MVCR at takelean.com. That's code MVCR at takelean.com.
Smell burnt toast there, Scott.
We got to get to them rods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the news. Well, Portland knows this one. Good chance anyway. Now it's become a national story. Somehow, some way, officials, confirmed the other night, flight was delayed after a person brought a meat cleaver onto the flight.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like, what? A meat cleaver? Yeah, made it through. TSA.
Dude. Whoa. And I had to throw out half a thing of Pepto-Bismol.
I know.
It's crazy.
Spokesperson from the TSA say, we take this matter very seriously.
I hope so.
We'll see who gets fired, and that's Nimrod's in the news.